Hello everybody. As I've shared with us during the beginning of this year, that there are going to be 2 weekends in the year 2017 where we'll not be gathering corporately as a church on the weekend. As I've also shared with us, the narrative from our government has already changed. It's not if terrorism comes upon our shore, but now it is when it comes upon our shore. Being a very small island state, issues like pandemics, issues like outbreak, it's going to affect us big time. And when that happens, it's going to make corporate gathering that much more difficult. And as you may already know, that our church is not a church with life group. We are a life group church. At this present moment, about 85% of people who attend our worship services on the weekend are attached to a life group. So what's going to happen on the 2 weekends where we're not going to have corporate services is that we want to help us to get used to the idea of gathering in small group, in our life group, because the life group is truly the life of our church. There are a few things that I do not want you to do on these 2 no service weekends. We are calling them the Blackout weekend. On these 2 Blackout weekends, there are a few things that you mustn't do. Well, number one, you should not visit other churches on that weekend, because if you do that, it defeats the whole purpose of having this Blackout weekend for Hope Church Singapore. It's also not a good time, number 2, to go for holidays. Alright, it's not time to go for holidays. It's time for us to gather together to simulate how our church would function when that day comes, when we're not able to gather together as a corporate body. The third thing that you should not do is that you should not combine life group as well. Alright, don't just get a few life group, combine together, have bigger life group. You should really function as a small group, in your life group, as a smaller group, to get used to this whole idea of meeting just on yourself. Number 4, try to meet on your usual service timing for greater experiential effect. The Blackout weekend is going to happen on the 21st and 22nd October weekend, as well as on the 28th and 29th October weekend. On the first weekend, which is the 21st and the 22nd of October, we're going to focus on D and C, discipleship and care. So how do we really deal with difficulties? How do we really deal with issues like persecution? How do we deal with issues when we're not able to meet together as a corporate body? So that's on the first weekend, 21st and 22nd of October. Then on the second weekend, which is the 28th and 29th of October, I want us to focus on O, outreach. So on that weekend, I want you to run a outreach live group to reach out to the people around you. Remember, even when we're not able to gather as a church, the Great Commission is still our core, our vision to fulfill. So DOC, first 2 weekends, D and C, discipleship and care. The second weekend, focus on O. The third weekend, on the 4th and 5th of November, we will gather together as a church to experience the value of the corporate body. So it's going to be just great, people. This is something that God has placed in my heart since last year, and I'm so glad that we can do this as a church. Let's test out the strength of our life group. God with us as we venture for His glory.